Good morning. So many of you may not know that on the inside of the Siggi's label, there are recipes. And I found this recipe for mixed berry overnight oats. I have all the ingredients. Oats are very high in carbs, so I am gonna make these with chia seeds. I found these 100% whole grain chia seeds, which are actually, the stats are pretty awesome. They have 11 grams of carbs per 2 tablespoons, but oh my god, 10 grams of dietary fiber, so only 1 gram of net carbs, which is pretty impressive. So I'm gonna modify this recipe and just see how it turns out. I've never tried this before. The recipe calls for a 1/3 cup old-fashioned oats, so I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds instead, a 1/3 cup of low-fat milk. I'm gonna use my ultra whole milk. I love this whole milk. It just has less sugar and more protein and, you know, no toxic pesticides. Like, I'm a fan of Organic Valley. I think they're a really great company. And then 5 ounces of Siggi's, got it right here. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 cup of mixed berries, got my mixed berries in my cute little colander. And then a 1/4 cup of mixed nuts and seeds. So a 1/4 cup of nuts is actually a lot of calories. So I'm just gonna add a tablespoon of pecans that I toasted for like a minute in my toaster oven to give it that little bite. So here we go. We'll see how this goes. Everybody talks about overnight oats and how easy they are, and even though it's actually morning now and I'm gonna be eating these overnight oats for dinner, and they're really only gonna sit in my fridge for, you know, probably like 6 hours before I eat them, I thought it would be worth it. We'll see what all the fuss is about. That's what this is about, right? Is like trying new things, writing new neural pathways in your brain, being receptive to change, to what's different. So I got my tablespoon. I don't know, this could end up being disgusting because I'm not really a super fan of tapioca yogurt. So I might not like this, but you know, that's what it's all about. You try and you see if you like it, and then you try again. And maybe you like it, maybe you don't. I got these wonderful 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I got these wonderful measuring spoons from my friend Tamika, and they're in the shape of little hearts. So I feel like I'm always cooking with love. To make chopping up these berries easy, I just use scissors. You can use your fingers, these are pretty soft. I try and do about, I'll say like 1/3 to a 1/2 cup of berries. Doesn't specify what kind of berries, so I imagine that you could use strawberries if you wanted. I'm mashing up the berries so that they're just kind of mixed in here. If you like eating whole chunks of berries, I'm sure it's fine for you to just add them as is. I actually have a very dear friend who does not eat what she calls floaties, which are basically hard or semi-hard things floating in sauce. She is not, I wouldn't say maybe she is anti-floaty, but she's definitely not pro-floaty. Things like salsa, beef stew, they're like her personal nightmare. So that looks good. Rinse off my hand. And then cinnamon, mixed berries, fruits and seeds, and then it says pinch of salt. So I'm just gonna add like 1 tiny little 1/2 grind. Mix this all up. Ooh, that cinnamon doesn't look bad actually. We're gonna add the nuts. I don't know how these nuts are gonna hold up, but I like toasting nuts. It brings out their flavor a little bit. Okay, so these are not going to be overnight oats. They're going to be afternoon oats, but that's what it looks like. Put this in the fridge and I'll see you for dinner and let you know how this tastes. Okay, fam, are you ready? I'm going to try my my chia seed overnight oats. Oh wow. This is really thick. This is like frosting. And it does look a little weird. I'm not sure I'm gonna like this. I don't know. I feel like it needs a little bit of stevia, maybe. The cinnamon is like, I'm not so sure about the cinnamon. Maybe like some vanilla. And I think it would be better with maybe strawberries and blueberries instead of raspberries and blackberries, because I think that something with texture this weird maybe just needs like a little sweetness, but it's not altogether bad. Like, I feel like maybe the cinnamon would be appealing with some apple, like some cooked apples or peaches maybe. It would taste a little bit like pie filling, especially with those toasted pecans in there. I'm gonna eat it. Not because I hate to waste food, but mostly because it's not that bad. And I feel like I could wrap my palate around it. And it's very nutritious. And I just got back from a run, so I'm starving. And I don't really feel like cooking. So yeah. My vote is not thumbs up, not thumbs down. Maybe like right here on the Siggi's chia seed, overnight chia seed bowl. It's not as bad as I thought. It's very thick though. Thanks.